So yesterday we did derivatives, and when we did the derivative, we multiplied this here, so we had 3x squared plus 4x minus 4, and this guy went away, right? But today we're doing anti-derivatives, so we start with an equation and we're going backwards. We're going to see where it came from. Well, in every equation from yesterday, you crossed out the constant, right? So we don't know what the constant was that you crossed out. If I'm going back here, I don't know there was a 5 here because you don't know what the constant was. So all of your answers today are going to have a plus C because we know it's plus something, but we don't know what that number was that you crossed out. And if there is no C, that means it was 0, so it's still valid, okay? So let's say we have, okay, so we know that this 2 came from a 3, okay? An x cubed, because you always went down 1 to get the derivative, okay? So I have to say to myself, 3 times what is negative 2? And that would be negative 2/3. Notice the 3 goes downstairs. Because what's 3 times negative 2/3? Negative 2, and then that would go to an x squared. And then this guy came from an x2. So 2 times what is 3? 3/2. And then whenever you have a constant here, you put an x on it. That's easy. Whenever you have a plain number, you just put an x on it. And then you add the c because you know there could have been a number after the equation. Before I leave an answer, I find the derivative of that answer to make sure it goes up to the one up there. So what's 3 times negative 2/3? Negative 2, x squared, you bring it down by 1, plus 2 times 3/2 is 3x plus 5. Isn't that what we came from? So we know we're right. So this is the good answer. I always did that math to make sure.